Breaking news tonight, Senate Republicans turning on Mark Robinson in North Carolina in light of K-Files investigation into this history, Robinson's history of disgusting and offensive posts that he made on a porn website. Here's some of what GOP senators told CNN today.
If you're not wrong, he's toast. If he can't credibly rebut these accusations, he's a zombie.
Of course, he should step aside. Outrageous, disgusting, vile. And his efforts to say it wasn't him need to show a good deal more substance than just saying it's not me.
And this came as Robinson was defiant on the campaign trail today.
While this country is literally facing a crisis situation on the world stage, while our border is wide open, while our businesses are struggling, while folks are dying from fentanyl, while crime is spiraling out of control, you folks want to focus on tabloid trash, and quite frankly, I am sick of it.
Well, the Republican Governors Association has announced now that it is cutting off all funding for Robinson's campaign. It is a massive blow in a state that Donald Trump, as the Republican at the top of the ticket, needs to win. Tom Foreman is out front.
In order to put the people first, we've got to concentrate on this campaign, and that is exactly what we're going to do.
On a mild day in North Carolina, Republican Mark Robinson is a man in a hurricane after CNN's K-File unearthed a history of him posting graphic and sexual comments on a porn website, supporting the reinstatement of slavery, and calling himself a black Nazi, all of which he calls salacious false lies.
We are not going to let CNN throw us off of our mission. Our mission is to win this race.
But the accusation seems to have former President Donald Trump's team on high alert. He did not mention his hand-picked candidate while visiting the battleground state this weekend, even though Trump had enthusiastically endorsed Robinson.
I said, I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2.
Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance's take on Robinson's denials?
I don't not believe him. I don't believe him. I just think that you have to let these things sometimes play out in the court of public opinion.
It's certainly playing out among Robinson's campaign staff, where more than a half dozen key players have resigned, and in Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign, which has rolled out a new ad scorching Trump's ties to the controversial Robinson.
The abortion in this country, it's about killing a child because you aren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down.
I've been with him a lot. I've gotten to know him, and he's outstanding.
Democratic gubernatorial contender Josh Stein says it's all proof his opponent isn't fit for office.
Look, Robinson exists because Donald Trump has lifted him up throughout.
And yet Robinson, for now, is pushing on.
We are confident that we have a team of people that we're going to be able to put together that are going to be able to carry this campaign to victory.
Polls had Robinson well behind in his race before this story broke. It's still a little too early to know if this scandal will affect him or if it will affect Trump. But this we do know, Aaron, the Trump team says he really needs to win this state to get the White House back, and this is about the last thing they wanted.
Yeah, that is for sure a must-win state, and when you've got the Republican gubernatorial candidate below you in that kind of a state, not good. Well, Andrew Kaczynski is with me now. Tom, thank you. And Andrew's with me now. Obviously, this is your reporting, K-File. So more fallout tonight because of all of the reporting you have done on Robinson. What are you learning?
Well, we've learned today that Robinson is no longer running ads on Facebook, Google, and YouTube. All of those digital ads for Robinson stopped over the weekend on Friday. He might not be running them because, as we mentioned right there, he doesn't even really have a campaign staff anymore. His campaign manager, his deputy campaign manager, his director of operations, his finance director, all those handful of staff have resigned. So Robinson is essentially not even advertising right now.
I mean, it's incredible. So your reporting led to the Republican Governors Association to pull all of their funding for Robinson's race, which is a huge blow. Whether it's linked specifically to the Facebook ads in the moment, it means huge negative things for his campaign. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Aaron, what you just said right there is absolutely true. It is a massive blow to his campaign. And I had to write down some of these numbers so I can run people through them because it's actually really, really remarkable. Through Tuesday, the Republican Governors Association and their affiliated PAC had spent almost $16 million on the North Carolina governor's race. That means since July, they were spending $1 million per week. And then when we look at all of the groups combined, They have spent $87 million on this race. That is the most expensive governor's race in the country. And it doesn't just stop there. What's really, really remarkable here now, too, is look at the data showing spending going into election today, starting on Wednesday. Ad time that is reserved, $12.5 million for Democrats. Republicans have $0 being spent right now through election day to elect Mark Robinson. So nothing on the air, nothing on Facebook, nothing on YouTube, nothing on Google.
It's incredible. I mean, and maybe they look at it as a case of don't throw good money after bad. But just to look at the money they had spent, $1 million a week, $87 million, the most expensive governor race in the country. And they said all that, obviously, before your reporting, but I just want to be clear. Some of the things that he had said, we had reported on, and yet they were spending all this money.
That's right. One of his opponent, Josh Stein's ads, used a comment from me and you talking. The clip was a clip of me talking in your show that made it into the ad when we were talking about Mark Robinson's comments on abortion that we exclusively reported on this show earlier in the year.
Right. I mean, you're reporting all the way through. K-File, thank you so much, Andrew Kaczynski.